There are going to be some ballads on this album. Please, please, please. The merch will be really ugly, I'm calling it. I think this might be her biggest era and most long lasting. I'm kind of sick of track 1 being lead singles. Fortnite wasn't a great single choice, scared for the fate of Ophelia. I really hope we get merch items at the theaters, poster or ticket that is Taylor themed. I have so many of the Eras Tour cups. Hello Showgirls, what is up? Welcome back to the channel, unless you're new. Hey, I'm trying to mentally prepare myself for the fact that we're getting a new Taylor Swift album next week. And honestly, I think that's what a lot of this video is going to be, is just trying to really accept and come to terms and really just realize we're getting a new Taylor Swift album next week. I honestly still haven't really processed that we're getting a new Taylor Swift album. I don't think I will until I'm literally like sitting at my desk 5 minutes before the album comes out, and then it's gonna hit me like a ton of bricks. But until then, I thought it'd be fun to just do a video where we can just talk, give our last minute predictions and opinions on what we think the album's gonna be or what we want the album to be. And also because now we have the information that along with the album, we are also getting a movie. What the hell? And we also now know that the lead single is going to be The Fate of Ophelia, which is very interesting, but you know, we'll save all this for a second. We're going to talk about it all. I'm so excited. Like, ooh.
I'm so used to giving, and now I get to receive.
The concept of getting a new Taylor Swift album next week. Oh my god, okay. Anyway, if you're new here to my channel or you've never been here before, hi, my name is Aiden. Thank you so much for clicking, staying, joining. Hey, I make a lot of content on this channel about pop culture, specifically about Taylor Swift. I mean, that's my girl, that's my brand. I also have a second channel if you're interested in that. I do vlogs and more personal, I guess, behind the scenes stuff over there. I don't even know, but just more content from me, more personal stuff if you're interested in that as well. So I have a Patreon where there's also exclusive content over there. I will be uploading my full uncut version to The Life of a Showgirl. If you want to see the full unedited reaction to when the album comes out, that will be over on the Patreon. Of course, I'll be uploading a version here onto YouTube as well, but of course that one's gonna have to be edited so I don't get a copyright strike. And of course, I have to say the biggest shout out to all of my Patreon members down here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me over there. I love you so much. I'm so grateful for you. And I think that's all. Oh, follow me on Instagram. Oh yeah, literally follow me on Instagram because, whoa, sorry, my Octobuddy's really loud. Yeah, all of the responses that I have and the things that we're going to talk about in this video are because I posted a little Instagram story. So if you ever want to be in a video like this in the future, then follow me on Instagram. Okay, now let's get into it. People are saying the songs are going to give Reputation vibes, but I really hope this album has its own vibe. Like I really want it to be jazzy, fun, and cute. So I feel like we can't talk about The Life of a Showgirl without talking about the very blatantly obvious and deliberate Reputation parallels. Hello, I can't talk today, I'm so sorry. The Reputation parallels are kind of unmatched with this album. I mean, from the photo shoot, so many of the photos, I mean, especially we all know which one I'm talking about, the one of her with her hands on her face. And not only that, just everything feels very Reputation-esque, and also she literally used the same photographer for the Life of a Showgirl photo shoot that she did when she was working on Reputation. And not only that, I mean, with all of the like stuff coming out, Taylor Nation keeps posting like little teasers and like when they announced the cardigan and then like other stuff, and it's all like Reputation instrumentals. Like I think they used, I need to double check before I just start speaking out of my ass, but I'm pretty sure they used, yeah, they used So It Goes. Don't copyright me, please. But yeah, they used the So It Goes instrumental for the cardigan, and then for this video, the one of Taylor like behind the scenes for the shoot, they used, is this gorgeous? Yeah, it's gorgeous. Oh, fake Swiftie. And then literally, when was this, 3 days ago? Taylor posted this video, which is her like, I mean, it looks like her being the director for something. I don't know. And the background looks exactly like, I think it's the Reputation blanket. Like the backgrounds are very similar. So I don't know. I don't know. Something about this album is very Reputation coded. I'm not saying the sound of it is going to be very Reputation, but also like, I don't know. I think out of all of Taylor's albums, it really is seeming like The Life of a Showgirl is going to be very reminiscent of Reputation and 1989, and also some of the more like hits on Red, like the pop hits. I do think it'll have its own vibe, so I'm not too concerned about that. I don't think it'll be jazzy. I would love that, but I don't really foresee that happening. But I don't know. We shall see. Ruin the Friendship isn't about Blake. She wouldn't do that. So there's obviously been a lot of conversation about all of the track titles, but Ruin the Friendship specifically has been a very heavy topic of conversation just because I think a lot of people are perceiving it to be about Blake Lively. To be honest, I don't remember what I said in my video where I talked about like my personal predictions on the album. I literally don't remember at all. I'm head empty about it. I think I said that it could be about Blake Lively, but I also like, I know what I did say in the video and I'm still standing firm on this, even though I've seen some people say otherwise. I don't think this is going to be about Travis because I don't think they were friends beforehand. It might be about Travis. I don't know. Okay, do I think the song is going to be about Blake Lively? not specifically, but I do think a lot of the life of a showgirl, like not even just specifically Taylor, but just in general being a showgirl, is having your fame and your like showgirlness kind of ruin friendships for you. So do I think this song is going to be specifically about Blake and the whole situation, about that whole thing? No, I don't think so. I think it could be a commentary on just how fame in general tends to ruin friendships or relationships for that matter. I mean, it kind of ruins a lot of things. And you know, obviously fame is like an incredibly special and privileged thing to have, but there are also a lot of downsides to it, especially when it comes to, again, relationships and friendships. And Taylor's definitely had her fair share of experiences with that. So I don't know. I'm very excited for the song. Not just because I think it's about Blake Lively. I honestly like, I don't give a f. I'm just more curious to hear what her insight, if that's the direction the song is going in, because again, she has a lot of experience with that. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be profound. There are gonna be some ballads on this album. Please, please, please. Okay, so I keep thinking about this because again, like we just talked about, this album is really being set up to be another pop momentum, a pop Bible, which that in itself is like kind of freaking me out because I feel like the expectation she's setting is like really high. And not that I don't think she can clear the expectation. I just have never in my entire life being a Swiftie have I ever witnessed an album rollout where Taylor's literally being like, this is my best album. This is the album I've always wanted to make for my entire career. I am more proud of this album than anything I ever have before. So her saying all this is like really stressing me out because I'm like, this needs to be your magnum opus. And I do think it might be. But anyway, I have been thinking about the fact that, again, because it's a pop moment, are there going to be any slow songs? My genuine answer is no, which does break my heart because I love a ballad, I love slow songs, but I don't know, just the way they're talking about it. And also Travis literally was like, every single song on this album is a banger. Now I'm taking what Travis says with a grain of salt because I think he was excited about everything. I don't know, something's telling me like there's not gonna be, we're not getting like acoustic guitar. I don't think we're gonna be getting any piano. I do think we're gonna get some lower tempo moments, like stuff that's not so upbeat and happy. I don't know, I don't really foresee there being like a true ballad on this album, which is actually something that a lot of people are saying, which is that people think that it's going to be a sad album or they're upset that it's not going to be a sad album. I talked about this in the video where I was predicting each and every song on what I thought it was going to be, what it was going to sound like, and I still stand with my opinion in that video, which is that I do think this album is going to be quite sad. I mean, in the New Heights interview, Taylor was talking about how this album talks about heartbreak and pain, but also, you know, being funny and lighthearted, all the things that come with being a showgirl. And I think that that's really going to be reflected in the album. Do I think, again, that there's going to be some like piano and acoustic guitar moments that are going to be really sad? No. But again, also, like I said in that video, I think a lot of this album is going to be like all you had to do was stay vibes, which is that, you know, the songs are pretty upbeat, they're pretty light. If you're not really paying attention to the lyrics, it kind of just goes in one ear and out the other. But if you're really paying attention to the lyrics, then it's like, ooh, this is really depressing, like this is really sad. That's the vibe that I'm getting. I don't know, obviously I don't know if that's true. We're about to find out though. I can't believe it's so soon. Oh my god, I'm freaking out. I'm hoping we get a little music video for each song on this album. I would love that, but I think that that is never gonna happen. I do think we will get multiple music videos. I am praying to God that this is not gonna be like Torture Poets, where we're gonna get one music video when the album comes out and then literally nothing. I guess we got I Could Do With a Broken Heart, but that was just like a tour video. That wasn't a music video. But I do have faith. I do think we're gonna get multiple music videos. I do think it might be kind of like Midnight's, where, I don't know, Midnight's was kind of weird because she put out Antihero and then she very shortly after put out the Bejeweled video. And then it feels like it literally took forever for her to put out the Lavender Haze video and then the Karma video, which was kind of random. So I'm not saying it's going to be exactly like Midnight's, but obviously Midnight's got 4 music videos and I would like to see that for the life of the showgirl. Especially if we're going to be doing like hit after hit after hit, we need music videos, like we need them. Although I don't know, because do we really need music videos anymore? I'm saying yes. Okay, I'm standing firm. Yes, we need music videos, but people also don't really like watch music videos anymore. Music videos have kind of died out, especially with like the rise of short form content and TikTok and everything. Like artists are lucky if they get a couple 100 million views on their music videos, whereas back in the day, I mean, Blank Space, Shake It Off, those videos have billions and billions of views. I do think music videos are still obviously very important regardless of whether people are watching them as much, so I do have hope, but I don't know. I don't think we'll be getting one for each song, but again, like if she wants to make them, I would like to see it. I would like to see it.
I would like to see it.
There should be more songs. I know Taylor said this is it, but 12 isn't enough. I think 12 is plenty. I think 12 is plenty, especially because people couldn't handle when Taylor put out Torture Poets and she put out so many songs. The biggest critique from Torture Poets was that she's putting out too much music and it was really overwhelming to people. And it really does seem like The Life of Showgirl is really taking a lot of the criticism from Torture Poets and applying it to this new album. And not only just about there not being as many songs, but Taylor literally said in the podcast that she wanted to make a very specific and focused album. And also an album that you couldn't add a song or take away a song for it to tell the same story. So I definitely disagree. I think that 12 is plenty. I also think I would rather have an album that's shorter and more cohesive rather than an album that's longer and not cohesive. And that's not a diss to Torture Poets. I know a lot of people use that against Torture Poets. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that because Torture Poets is cohesive to me. And we've already talked about this before, so I'm not going to get into it. I'm not having this conversation. Okay, a couple of people saying things about Sabrina will have a verse or hoping that Sabrina will actually get a verse. I think she will. I hope to God she will. I don't know. It's still so interesting to me that Sabrina's featured on this album, and not that the feature is surprising to me, but the fact that it's the closing track is what's really surprising to me. I think that song is going to gag. I think that song is going to gag. I always gag with Taylor's closer tracks because it always just feels like a perfect bookend to the story. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, like every single closing track she's ever come out with, The Manuscript, Mastermind, perfect song, Evermore, great bookend, Hoax, ooh, Daylight, that's a good bookend I would say, Reputation, New Year's Day. I like New Year's Day, but I don't know. Sure, why not? 1989, clean, perfect. Begin Again. Maybe Begin Again is the bookend of any Taylor Swift album ever made. Some people are saying it, I'm saying it. Anyway, I do think Sabrina will get an actual verse. And I don't know if that's wishful thinking. I hope that she's learned from the Lana backlash that you can't put a major artist that people really love and are really excited to see you collab with and then not give them a verse. So I hope she's learned her lesson and I have faith. And if she doesn't, then I'm gonna be in the streets. But I also I can't imagine Sabrina just being backing vocals. That just seems weird. So no, I think Sabrina will get a verse. She better. Taylor, don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. I feel like track 5 is going to be really gut wrenching. Okay, wait, I'm being a fake Swiftie because I don't remember if track 5 is eldest daughter or father figure. I think it's father figure. Oh no, it's not. It's eldest daughter, sorry. Fake Swiftie, sorry. Yeah, I mean, it's a track 5. I will say though, I have seen some conversation of people being like, is Taylor ever gonna break the track 5? Is this the time she's gonna do it? I feel like these conversations always come up though, where people are like, she's not gonna do track 5s anymore and this is the album that's gonna happen. But honestly, I don't ever really foresee her not doing track 5s anymore. And having a song titled Eldest Daughter that is kind of being set up to be scary and sad. So signed vinyls and CDs, please. Yes. Where are they? Okay, so the day I'm filming this, it's currently September 23rd. So honestly, there is a very good chance that by the time this video is out, there would have been some signed CDs or vinyls. I hope so. I don't remember when the signed stuff for Torture Poets came out. I think it honestly was a week before the album. So maybe we just need to wait longer. And also she put out so many signed CDs after the album was out. So maybe we just need to wait a little bit longer, but my signed Torture Poets CD is a little lonely. So I'm asking, give me, please. I think this might be her biggest era and most long lasting. Again, like I was saying in the beginning of this video, it really is being set up that this is going to be the next hot Bible, and that is so scary to me. Again, I think a lot of what I'm just scared about is the fact that Taylor is so positively and also aggressive. I say aggressively, but she literally only did the one podcast, but she was very adamant in the podcast about how this is the album she's wanted to make forever, how she's so proud of it, how it's so cohesive, how she wanted to make an album that she was as proud of as the Eras Tour, which she's literally said the Eras Tour was the thing that she's the most proud of in her entire career. So with that rhetoric and that mindset, that means that this album is her favorite album she's ever made. That is terrifying to me. That's so scary. That's so scary to me because, again, I'm just not used to this. I'm not used to hearing her talk, honestly, at all. I'm not used to that anymore. She really doesn't do that anymore. We haven't had this happen since Lover, and even then Lover was kind of she was doing a lot of stuff during Lover, especially leading up to the album, but it wasn't sitting down and talking about it. It was more hey, I have a single coming out, it's called Me, and then I have another single coming out called You Need to Calm Down, #GayRights, which thank you, I appreciate it. But when it comes to her actually sitting down and talking about the album, that hasn't happened since, I don't know, 1989. I think that was the last time. And also a lot of what she's been saying during this album promo, again, it's one podcast, but she did say a lot in the podcast, I'll give it to her. But a lot of what she's been saying about this album is very reminiscent of what she said during 1989, which is scary. I'm scared. I am 12 years old and I'm scared of Taylor Swift. Or what's that tweet? That's how I feel. I'm scared. I'm nervous. And it's if you really think about it, Torture Poets took over the world and it wasn't even a big pop moment. Fortnite was a hit because it was just pushed as the lead single. I love Fortnite, so I'm not dissing it. I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, I guess it sounds like it was kind of made to be a hit, but literally nothing else on Torture Poets sounds like it was trying to be a hit. Again, the fact that we're going into this album with her being this is all 12 hits, I'm scared. And your fave should be scared too if you're not a Swiftie, because it sounds like this album is going to be #1 for the next year, and it sounds like. We're gonna have number one hit after number one hit after number one hit. I would like to see it. I need to press play so bad. Like, actually, this is crazy. I'm kind of sick of track 1 being lead singles. Fortnite wasn't a great single choice. Scared for the fate of Ophelia. Isn't Fortnite like the only lead single that's a track 1? Fortnite, yes. Anti-hero, no. Or I guess Willow. Okay. Me, no. Look What You Made Me Do, no. Shake It Off, no. We Are Never Getting. Okay. Okay, yeah. So she's really only had three or four. I don't know. I can't think right now. I don't really care what the single is. Like, I just want the music to be good. And I trust that it will be good, so I'm not worried about it. But you also have to understand, like, especially with streaming now, like, you kind of have to have your single towards the top, because when people are listening to an album from, you know, top to bottom, it doesn't matter who you are as an artist. Like, this happens to everybody. The farther down you go into the track list, typically the streams start to dwindle a little bit because of, I don't know, whatever reason. Maybe people just decide after the first couple songs they don't like the album. This happens to everybody. Every artist has this happen to them. If you look at the streams in like the first week or whatever, everybody's slowly dwindles down as you start to lower down. And maybe that's why she put Sabrina at the bottom. Oh, Tay Genius. Oh my god, wait, that's actually so probably why she did that.
Telling you, I have the mind of a I have the mind of a mastermind. What's that? I don't know, but
Or I don't know, I guess this album is like a concept and it's supposed to tell a specific story, so I'm not gonna say that. But yeah, I don't really care what the single is, as long as it is a good song, which I trust it will be, so I'm not worried. The merch will be really ugly, I'm calling it. Well, we've only gotten really one taste of the merch so far, which is the orange cardigan. I actually don't think this cardigan is that ugly. I've seen a lot of people really hating it. Do I think it looks scratchy because it's all glittery? Probably. I kind of like it. I think it's cute, especially with fall coming. It's not like a neon orange. It's more like a burnt, like darker orange, which I think is perfect for fall. I had a lot of people asking me if I bought it, and the answer is no. I only have two cardigans. I have the folklore one and the lover one, which I don't really wear very often, but also it's like hot where I live. I live in Southern California, so I can't really be wearing cardigans all that much, even though I literally wore the lover one recently. So I don't know. They're cute though. I just also don't really wear cardigans in general, so I didn't feel the need to buy it. Although I did want the box set. Like, the cardigan is like a box set where it comes in this, I think it's like an orange sparkly box, and you also get a CD, which is very interesting to me because she wants the sales. She wants this album to be #1 for the next year. I'm telling you. And it honestly probably will be. The promo will be phenomenal. I hope so. I really hope this album gets a lot of promo. The thing is though, is that Taylor doesn't, especially nowadays, like Taylor really doesn't need to do promo anymore. Her fans do the promo for her. Like, literally me sitting down and filming this video is promo for her album. Now, I'm not saying that like I make such a massive impact or anything, but Taylor has such a strong fan base, and it's not just a strong fan base of people who like want to listen to the music. It's people who want to see her win and be #1 for a million weeks. I forget where this was, and if I can find the picture I'll insert it here, but I saw in like another country there are literally fans personally purchasing advertisements to put all around their country. And I believe that same country also did this for Torture Poets. And also for Torture Poets, fans literally bought a billboard in Times Square to show Taylor occupying like the entire, what was it, like top 14 of the Billboard Hot 100. So it's like, not only are her fans buying and streaming the music, but they're literally buying advertisement. Like, it's actually crazy. So realistically, like, Taylor doesn't really need to do promo. I hope she does though, and do have a good feeling about it, especially since she's announced the movie. That's a really good promo. I'm looking forward to that. But I do hope we get a bunch of other things, like fun things to do, or just like fun promotional things. There's so many things that she can be doing, and it doesn't even need to be things that like she's physically doing. I just want to see her, or her team I should say, like doing a little bit more, especially because like Torture Poets didn't really, I don't want to say didn't get any promo, but Torture Poets was just like swallowed by the Eras tour still going on, which that in itself was promo, so you know, whatever. But now we don't have the Eras tour, so I'm like, let's do some more fun things. I think the movie is a great thing, so I'm excited. I will be there. I'm gonna try to go to multiple. Why not? You know what I mean? But we shall see. People judging just based off the track list, saying it's corny and millennial, just hate fun. Okay, I haven't seen any of this discourse, which I don't need to. I don't want to. I believe it's happening. Like, I fully believe you. I don't know. As a Swiftie, I guess I've just been dealing with this for a while, where if you're not a Swiftie, like, you kind of just look at Taylor Swift as a cringy millennial, and I'm a Swiftie and I look at Taylor as a cringy millennial. But I find it endearing because I'm like, I get it. Like, I get it. Like, she's like me, even though I'm not a millennial. I'm 20. I will say though, I did see a lot of this conversation during Torture Poets. The title alone, having it be the Torture Poets department, the amount of people that I saw being like, oh my god, she's not a torture poet, she's literally a billionaire, or oh my god, she's so cringy, she's literally a millennial, oh my god, this is so cringy. And it's like,
shut the fuck up.
The part of all of that that's really frustrating to me is that the people who do that literally go into the album not expecting to like it. Like they're going into it thinking that it's not going to be good and that it's going to be cringy and millennial. And then when they come out of the album, they're like, oh my God, that was so horrible. And it's like, of course you think it's horrible. You were going into it not expecting or not wanting to like it. I shouldn't say expecting, like you were going into it deliberately not wanting to like it. And then they go and post about it and then the tweets go viral and it's this whole thing. And it's like, I don't care. I literally don't care. I also like, I don't find anything about this album to be like millennial, especially with like the track titles. Like nothing about them is like millennial. The only one that's like a little millennial to me is Wishlist with the $sign, but I think it's sorry. I think also people forget like Taylor is a millennial, and when you try to insult her by being like she's so millennial, like she knows that and she loves being a millennial. Like she loves being a millennial. So I really hope we get merch items at the theaters, poster or ticket that is Taylor themed. I would also love this. I think this would be super fun. I did see a TikTok though of some girl who, I forget what theater, but she works at a theater and she said that they're not going to be getting any merch. So I don't know if that's true. I'm taking what she says with a grain of salt, but I mean, girls, if you know me, I went to go see the Eras Tour movie in theaters 13 times, and I have plenty of these cups, and I have the popcorn buckets. I literally have them around my room. One of them's up there. I have a bunch of them. Okay, I actually have so many of these. Should I just show you? I'm gonna show you. Okay, I only grabbed some of them because I don't want to bring all of them over here, but I have so many of the Eras Tour cups because, like I said, I saw the movie so many times. I've talked about this before, so if you've watched me, you might know the lore. I went to see the movie so many times that I would buy a cup each time because I wanted to drink, and why not pay $1 extra so I can get it in a cute Taylor cup and not just a regular AMC cup. But also because I went to see the movie so many times, when they took the movie out of the theaters, like I think it was the last time I ever saw the movie, my theater like knew who I was and they were like, we have a bunch of these left over, like do you want them for free? And I was like, yeah, I do. So I have a bunch of these and I'm really excited about it because when I get my own place one day, you're gonna be drinking out of these if you come over. Anyway, I mean, yeah, I'd love some merch, even just like a poster. I mean, for the Eras Tour movie, they had these like posters. I'm sure I have one somewhere. Anyway, okay, who cares? I would love a poster, just something cute, you know? I'm going to see the movie and I'm so excited. Also love you so much and I'm so proud of you, Aiden. Thank you so much, Caitlin. Thank you, Caitlin. I appreciate you. I'm also so excited. I think this is so cool. And like, we really don't get to hear Taylor's creative process anymore. And from the sounds of this movie, that's like the entirety of the movie. It's going to be the music video as well as like her creative process with the album, which is so exciting to me, especially coming off the heels of Torture Poets, which was like, I'm putting out this album and then I'm saying nothing. And I've talked about this before, but like I understand why she did it with Torture Poets. Like you really want her to go on Jimmy Fallon and talk about the Torture Poets department? No, she was like miserable, and I don't think that she wants to, you know, relive or talk about the experiences that she was sharing on the album. With this album, it seems like it's a little different, which is why we're getting all of this information, which is very exciting to me. I'm stoked. Again, I'm gonna try to go to multiple showings. I have tickets for one, but we know damn well I have no self-control, so I'll probably be at 3 or 4. Okay, well, I think that is going to bring us to the end of this video. Again, if you guys submitted anything, like, thank you so much. I always appreciate it. You guys bring these videos to life. If no one said anything, then I wouldn't have been able to make this. So thank you for being a part of it. If you ever want to be in a video like this in the future, then follow me on Instagram. Check out the Patreon. Check out my second channel for more content from me. And I will see you guys very, very, very soon with another video, but more importantly, honestly, with the life of a showgirl, the reaction. I can't believe it's happening. This is going to be my first ever Taylor Swift album reaction. Exciting. Okay. Love you. Bye.